Number one key to a good defense is stopping the run, and the number one key to a good offense is being able to run the ball, and that's exactly what the Denver Broncos did tonight. I want to welcome everybody into the Toyota's Winter Lounge, brought to you by Bet365, and you can download the Bet365 app and use code DNVR365 when you sign up. Choose your offer and find out why. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. I feel like today's game was a masterclass of running the football. Sean Payton back in New Orleans. You know he lives and dies by his running game. Drew Brees got inducted to the Hall of Fame, and none of that mattered tonight because it was all about the Denver Broncos. 33-10 was your final score, and I'm happy to say that the Broncos had 33 and not 10. What are our big takeaways from this game? What did you guys see when you watched that game?
Football. This was Thursday night football, fellas. I say, the biggest takeaway for sure was the run game clicked today.
Yeah.
I know Knowshon was a fan of the run game today.
Oh, you already know it.
Those boys was out there chucking the ball along. We got somebody over 10 carries today.
Yep.
So that was big. Javonte, congrats today. Big dog hitting 88 yards out there. 10 carries, 2 tugs. Big day for the run game for sure.
So today, the Broncos had 224 yards rushing as a whole. That was the most yards in a single game since the great Knowshon Moreno.
That boy.
That's what the team had, but Knowshon had that by himself.
Big Knowshon.
The Patriots game,
Moreno.
You know what I'm saying?
The Patriots
You
game.
might remember that game.
Well, yeah, we lost.
Oh, well.
It don't even matter. But now, hey,
224. That's a lot of yards to have in one game.
Day, dog. Congrats on that, big dog.
Because it felt like Javonte was running at will. It felt like Bo Nix was running at will. And, Javonte had 88. Bo Nix had 76. Jalil had 35. Everybody, combined had over 220. What does it feel like to have 220 by yourself?
That's a long day. That's an overtime game. That's what an overtime game gets you.
Yeah.
Man, that's the day that you just feel that groove, bro. And it ain't like nothing they can do to stop you. Every game's going to be 4 or more. And you're just out there running. But, it's a good game on the ground. And it was good to see the Broncos do it today. Javonte, like you said, had 88, which is good to see him. And he had 2 tugs.
Yeah.
When's the last time he had 2 tugs in one single game? You know what I'm saying? So it was really great to see that. It was a good game on the ground.
Absolutely. It was a great game on the ground. It felt like the offense was finally clicking as a unit up front. They got Mike McGlinchey back. He was out for 4 weeks. He was injured. He was placed on IR. He came back, and I felt like you really felt his presence in the run game, and it really felt like my favorite part of the run game was the design QB runs. I felt like the Saints were not prepared at all for the design QB runs. Bo Nix had 10 carries for 75 yards. He averaged 7.5 a carry. For me, that's running at will. I know he had a long one down the left sideline that got him a lot of those yards, but it really felt like when Bo decided to pull the ball, he was making the right reads, he was making the right checks, and he was able to get his run game going tonight.
It's not even just that. It goes back to Sean Payton, right?
Yep.
We talked about dialing up an offense and actually getting him design plays, and you've seen that with his formation starting out the game. He came out a couple funky sets out there, a couple wing sets, a couple tight bunches, things that you don't see the Broncos normally line up in. And he was out there doing the quarterback design runs, and that got Bo comfortable, got him going. Yeah, we had a couple of those dump plays at the beginning of the play, but I think after the game start going down, as we start to recognize throughout the season, he gets going, and he starts to manage this team, and he know how to conduct so far, and he's been doing a good job of it.
Yeah, and we all know that. We all know that Bo can do it with his legs.
Yeah.
He has the ability. He has that surprisingly, surprise speed that you wouldn't expect him to have.
I hear something
And he can do that. I know it's a but, right? There's always a
That
but.
is coming.
There's always a but. But no, I understand that. He has to work on a few things in the pocket, and I think I saw
sure.
someone in the chat say it. But yeah, in that pocket, sometimes, man, he just gets a little jittery. His footwork is a little bit off. It seems like he's never
Not a
thrown
little bit.
on
Not a little bit.
He's never
All
thrown
the
on
way
balance,
off.
bro.
Feet
He's
on
never
set, for
thrown
sure.
into a pass. It's always like he's off balance when he's throwing for no reason. So he has to work on those things, and he will. But he did it on the ground today with his legs, which was impressive, which was nice. And for me, the big takeaway was the offensive line keeping him clean all day. 0 sacks on the day, opposed to the other side on our defense where we had 6. You know what I mean? So it was a good day for the offense, keeping him clean. But it was good to see that he can do it with his legs.
Now, they made a lot about, like, Sean Payton coming back to New Orleans and the big storylines and him winning the Super Bowl in New Orleans and Drew Brees getting inducted to the Hall of Fame at halftime and how much that meant to the city. And I don't know if, the play calling played a part in it, but I felt like we saw a lot of different personnel that we normally don't see. We saw Marvin Mims in the backfield lined up as a running back. We saw different sets that we normally don't see. We saw a lot of Troy Franklin coming across the field. Like, do you guys feel like him coming back to New Orleans sparked, like, his inner dog and had him putting together plays that he normally wouldn't have?
I mean, yeah, so. I mean, I guess you could say that. And I would hate to say that he was saving it for this kind of game. You don't want someone to be saving nothing. Like, nah, I need it all right away. Pause.
Oh, whoa, yeah,
Don't talk about it. Don't even talk about it.
Blue
Chew. Blue Chew. But nah, for sure. But no, it was definitely great to see that creativity, use the people that we had. We always talked about Mims and his speed and how he could take the top off of a defense, right? So, yes, using them in different positions of the field gets the defense guessing a little bit, get them thinking. Why not use them as a player? We saw some guys like Troy Franklin, actually, like we talked about in the beginning of the pregame, that we needed him to step up. So we saw him make some big plays for us. Vele did as well. I was a little surprised, though. I don't know what happened. Your boy Sutton. He didn't get no target. I don't know what's going on. But maybe that's because, they're doubling them. They maybe have, coverage over the top or what the case may be, and other players have to make plays. So maybe that's what the case was today. But it was good to see some of those younger guys step up and make those plays.
Sutton, man, this is rough, buddy. Hate to have this conversation about you, but these are the signs that, teams are starting to think otherwise, though. I'll kind of think, like, what is the game plan?
He's top 10, though. He's a top 10 receiver.
That was what I was saying. That was the discussion last week.
Oh, you say he can be?
Can be.
That's what we were saying last week. We thought he was top 10, but I guess the Broncos don't think so.
No, but could it not have been what the defense was giving them, right? That they have, double coverage, they're doubling over the top. Can it not be that?
I've seen him in the game.
Not in this game, because, this defense gave you whatever you wanted. They gave Baker Mayfield whatever he wanted last week. They gave the Denver Broncos whatever they wanted this week. Mm-hmm. I think it was a lack of
involvement. They didn't want him to get involved.
Really?
Yeah.
They didn't want him getting involved.
0 targets. Well, technically he had 1 target, but there was a PI penalty on it, so that gets negated. Like, he was never throwing the ball.
What is the speculations, chat? What is the speculation?
I don't know what's going on, and I wouldn't say that it was a great day throwing the football. Like, rushing the football, we had a tremendous day, phenomenal. They did a great job down at the plays. Passing the ball, I wouldn't say that it was like our greatest game.
Is that disappointing for y'all, though? Knowing that this caliber of defense that we were going against, it's almost like this. It's almost like the Carson Beck thing, where Carson Beck, he goes into the Alabama game, had a rough start, all right, turns it on in the second half. Then the week after that, we have Michigan, we have Mississippi State or something like that. It's like a game to get back on track, a game to gain that confidence back. He had 400 and something yards in that game. Gain that confidence before going into a big game, Texas coming up this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Are you disappointed in not seeing Bo Nix put up bigger numbers? When it comes to going against a defense like this, you want to see him get those big numbers to get that confidence up, right? No?
Definitely. No. You're 100% right, because this was the game of last week. We said it was a turning point because we were like, all right, they banged up. This is time for you to go shine. This was the actual time. Like, all right, last week was a rough one. You did pretty decent. This week was like, all right, let me show these folks. I wanted to finger point at folks. I want to hand the ball at folks. We got to see you complete a pass to folks.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I don't think we're getting in that. And we want to see a star quarterback, not a star running back.
I think first and foremost, it's always important to win football games. And I love the Broncos are winning football games. But after you win, like then you got to dissect like how we won the game, and is this something that we can repeat and something that we can use to build on, to continue to make big runs and then go to the playoffs and then win Super Bowls. Like, what is our recipe to success? And I think that anytime you have a Super Bowl contending team or a team that has a shot to make the playoffs, they usually have a quarterback that can throw the rock a little bit. And I felt like within this game, our running game was going well, but we got a couple clips. I think you might throw them up for you. Like, I think sometimes the ball either sails on Bo or it kind of nosedives, and I'm not really understanding like where the problem is. I mean, he has two wide open.
The problem is he happy feet.
He got two wide open defenders right here. I mean, it's a touchdown if he throws to Detroit Franklin.
Clean
I think even if
touchdown.
he gets it to Troutman, Troutman can turn upfield and turn this into a touchdown. Unfortunately, this ball gets incompleted, and I think that if we can pair our rushing attack and Bo can be accurate on these types of plays, like, I mean, this is a wide open play.
This is a big play.
If he can just take what the defense is giving to him, I think we could be in a really good spot to be a really good team.
But take that still shot right there. Take that still shot. Look at his foot. Look at his feet work.
He's not set. He's still not
placement.
set. Yeah.
He's nowhere near set to deliver this ball. He's in a square stand, it's a little staggered, squared off, shoulders, no turn into a terrible path of throwing that rock. He have no accuracy at all, no precision. And you see this consistently.
Yeah.
Consistently.
So we have to
throughout
put
the
this on
game plan.
Payton, man. You're going to have to get it cleaned up, or whoever the quarterback's coach is, but I'm going to put it on Payton, man, because you drafted him. But, and can he clean it up? Yeah, of course.
But that's when you give him grace, right? You give him a little bit of grace.
Yes.
And you say, hey, he's a rookie. We have next year to go through training camp, all of off season, to work on this little bit of training. Because if he works on that little bit of change and he gets that fixed, we see an offense that can be productive.
If you were the head coach, would you do it now and then use the next 10 weeks to go and get everything in order so that he has the rest of the offseason to continue to work on what we worked on? Or do you kind of just let him learn, learn on the fly and let him do his thing through his rookie year, and then we'll correct what we can in the offseason?
I would love to see them do it now with the record that they are.
Yeah.
Because this is still a playoff potential team.
Yeah.
With a defense that's working the way they're working, you would love to see them doing it now because of where they're standing.
Yeah.
The division is still wide open. They still got an opportunity to go out here and really make a stamp in the playoffs. If one position really tightens up and become that leader that they need him to be, and not just being a leader of the people. We get you can talk. We get you can show your confidence. We understand that. We see that on film. He have confidence. That's something he does not lack.
Yes.
But if you can deliver with your play now, you just upping your team morale that much more. And this is a great Denver's team if that position really turns it on.
For sure.
And this is the thing, though. I feel like they are working on it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we all have, as a running back, I have the drills we work on every day.
Uh-huh.
We're going to hit them ladders. We're going to hit the bags.
Yep.
Work on the footwork. They're working on footwork as quarterbacks, as that position. They're working on it, all right? It's just more so, bro, he has to get that confidence up of being in the pocket. And, hey, sometimes you're going to take a hit in the mouth.
For sure.
And you got to just deliver. You know what I mean? And maybe
sit in the pocket.
Yes. And maybe it just takes that one hit where he sits there and throws it and gets smacked. And he's like, all right, you know what? It really ain't that bad.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So just get over that fact. Stop with the happy feet. And, yeah, sometimes you're going to get hit in the pocket and you got to make, deliver a throw. And I think that comes with time, and that comes with the confidence of just believing in yourself, believing in your line and things of that nature. And it'll come with time. But the sooner or later, hopefully.
I definitely hope that it's sooner because I feel like the Broncos are in a really good position defensively. If Bo can get everything under wraps and they can continue to win games, and Javonte and the offense can continue to rush the ball they did tonight. But before we dive any further into this game, I got to tell you about our friends over at Westera Credit Union. They are a credit union. They were founded in 1934 here in Colorado with 9 locations in the Denver metro area. They are all about helping their members financially prosper. Education is their thing. They were started by a group of 8 school teachers, so helping others is in their DNA. As a member, you see that come come through in every interaction. It's all about the local community with these guys. And it's important to support local businesses that support your community. I know there's a lot of big branches and a lot of big chains out there, but the people who have footprints in your community that give back to your community, it's important to be a part of those businesses. And they just launched the 90th anniversary CD that offers 9% annual percentage yield. Yes, you heard that right. 9% annual percentage yield on a 5-month certificate of deposit. You can start earning high interest on balances as low as $500 and a max of $3,000, and it is insured by the NCUA. This will only be offered for a limited time, so head to Westera Credit Union, WesteraCU.com to learn more.
UC Health, ready, set, go. We are so excited to partner up with our friends at UC Health. Hey, y'all, we got Coach Prime. He wants to help and make sure all Coloradians are being their healthiest selves. As the chief motivated officer of the UC Health Ready, Set, Go Challenge, the goal of the challenge is to set Colorado back to its rightful place as the healthiest state. Colorado is beautiful. Sunshine 365. We got to stay healthy, y'all. One of his personas is this challenge is named Sleep Prime. Sleep Prime says when he gets 8 hours of sleep, he's ready, so ready, set, go. It's dreaming. Sleep is a key part of our overall health, and we need to prioritize getting 8 hours of quality sleep. A lot of things happen while you sleep, from your physical well-being to neurologic benefits. It's one of the main ways to get and keep yourself healthy. Hey, y'all, we got to just make sure we take care of our body by getting rest, by make sure we get those 8 hours in. You know, you got the most energy when you get your sleep. You know, you get cranky, you might need that Snicker bar if you don't get that rest. So we make sure we get our rest in, y'all, and make sure we do that. Make sure we get some sleep. Make sure we get 8 hours of sleep. That's the magic number. Make sure that we get a good night of sleep. That's the priority of everything in your life. You know, well, God first. We take that first, but then after that, we get some sleep. One, put your phone down, man. I think if you put your phone down and you go to bed, get that light out your eyes, you'll be A-okay. Let's just make sure we do that, fellas. And if you want to be part of this challenge, you can go ahead and click on the link, and you can see inside the notes at www.uchealth.org, ready, set, go, and you can be part of this challenge.
So I think it's important to, talk about this win and be happy that the Broncos are winning, because I would much rather be 4-3 than 3-4. And if you guys are happy that the Broncos are winning and then you like and enjoy this post-game show, please give us a thumbs up. It really helps us in the on YouTube. So I know that this game was awesome, and I'm happy that we got a win. And we talked about Courtland Sutton just a little bit, but we got to break down how this affects the team, what this means to the team. Is he not considered, an integral piece to the team's success? 0 targets? That's like getting 0 rushes as a running back. That's unheard of for a player that is your best offensive weapon right now.
So I'm a little bit excited on this, right? So, yeah, we didn't target him none today. We targeted him one time, and it was a penalty. With neglects that, okay, you get 0 targets. On that one target, decent throw, you've been the #1 receiver, you got to come up with that ball. And I was just telling Knowshon before the show, I'm like, hey, I think last week, if you peep, Courtland going at him a little bit, hey, throw me the rock, give me the rock. We could do, we can get to where we need to be, right? And I don't think Bo took well to that. I don't know if Bo didn't take well to it, or if Sean didn't take well to it, or whatever the case is. But to come out here this week and we get 0 targets to Courtland, I don't know. I think that's a big deal. But at the end of the day, we got the W today, and these players who he did target, they stepped up to the plate, they executed, and we was able to get some points on the board, get our kickers in position, put points on the board, defense make some big plays. And that's what it turned out to be.
I don't know, man. I feel like that's unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
I mean, it is. And listen, such a team guy, bro.
For sure.
So, listen, we got the win. He going to be happy for the guys that got in the zone. You saw him on that one touchdown. He's celebrating with the fellas, He ain't going to take no disrespect to it, but I am. it's like, come on, bro. That's your number one receiver. You got to give him a couple more looks than that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or draw something up for him. I don't know if that was purpose, if that was on purpose, you know what I mean, from the coaching staff. Because like you say, of course he gains a lot of attention from the defense. He's your number one receiver. So maybe that was purposely. They put him over there. They didn't target him a lot because we want to see these younger guys make plays, right? And then maybe that, that helps out for later on in these next games. Who we got next? Who we have next?
Panthers.
Huh. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that's another dub that should be.
Yeah.
But like I said, maybe it's to get these younger guys, involved in the game plan, right? Get their feet wet a little bit because we're gonna need them later on in the season. And we got We had a cupcake game with this one, and now we have another one with the Panthers. Maybe that's another game for the young guys to ball out, right? And then once it gets back to the tough games, hey, playbook's open. We're gonna go back to Sut. I can see where this comes from, and maybe Coach told him that, like, hey, listen. We're gonna feature some of these young guys in this game because I think it's good for their confidence and it's good to have them on later on in the season. I can see that happening. And knowing the team player that Sut is, he like, yeah, for sure. Go ahead. Let's see them ball out. I want to see the guys ball out. Definitely. So I can definitely see that, but it's so surprising to me that he only had that one target, bro. It's crazy.
I think you feature the young guys, but you don't make me obsolete. Like, that's like putting me in the play and I ain't got no lines.
But you think you ain't saying that as a player. You're like, all right. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm pissed as a player. You know what I'm saying? I want my team to do good. Absolutely. First and foremost, I want to win games. But I want to be a part of the winning too. You know what I'm saying? And even when you see star wide receivers lined up against Pat Surtain, like, it doesn't work out for the opposing team. They still going to target. They still going, you know what I'm saying? First 15, you got 2 plays in here. We're going to get the ball to you, see what happens.
Just like you said on that
I just feel like they could have used him a little bit more.
Up, right? That goal line toss up.
The goal line, it was like a wheel route by the inside receiver. I think it was Jordan Humphreys. I think he ran it. That should have been a play for Sut because he's going to go up and get that.
For sure.
But who knows? Maybe they double covering him over there, and that play's not going to be open. You know what I'm saying? So they say, okay, let's put him on the other side and let one of our young guys, because we know it's going to be man-to-man, and let a young guy to go up and get it.
This is where you wish you had your sideline, your back end zone view so we could see what the heck was going on with Sutton while we didn't get that target, right? And that's the part that kind of sucked because we're sitting here wondering, like, why was he double coverage? Was he not double coverage? But that's going to be up in the air from here on out because nobody going to really know until next week, right?
We're going to have to see, man. But we talked about Courtland. Let's talk about some of these young guys that did step up today and made some big plays. You know, Troy Franklin had 5 targets for 50 yards. Lucas Kroll had 3 targets for 41 yards. Javonte had 3 for 23. Vele had 1 for 20. I think ultimately these are solid performances from all your young guys. Mm-hmm. And I think this is what you need if you want to build a successful team. I would like to see Courtland be at the top of this list with even more yards. But I think that for Bo and Sean Payton, they're very used to spreading the ball around. I don't think either of them want to have one receiver have 15 targets and 150 yards. They're very, very used to spreading the ball around. And I think that we had some young guys to step up. I think that Troy Franklin had a really good day today. They used him a lot. Close to the line of scrimmage, he was able to make plays out of that. I wish they could have hit him, deep for that touchdown. But ultimately, I think that the young guys had a good day. I want to see a little bit more passing yards from Bo Nix, but ultimately, I'm happy with the win.
I think you're correct on that. I think from both of their play styles and their previous offense, they are people that spread out the offense. And that's exactly what they did today. And hate to say that for the future going forward, unless Courtland's going to be that, that centerpiece going forward, right? This is what it comes down to. All these young guys actually starting to step up, produce, and Bo Nix getting comfortable with them. And like so many people saying in chat today, it might not be a day for Courtland, right? We didn't need him today. We didn't need deep throws. We didn't need those big play catches. We needed players that can manage the short gains, make something happen real quick, and Bo and them did that. And he was able to use his young guys to be able to do that. And I think that's a great positive for this offense, to know that all our young guys was able to produce without us having to lean on our veteran guy as much. We got something going in the future, you feel me? I think that's something pretty good.
Well, I'll tell you what. My fault, real fast. I agree with you. I agree with that. I think what makes me a little bit nervous is I never really like my quarterback to be running like this. Like
he's running a lot.
when Russ was running, I was like, bro, please just slide. First of all, because your age and you can't take no hits no more. All right, that was for real. But, I didn't like him running like that. Same thing for Bo. How sustainable you guys think this is for you to have your quarterback have 10 carries, you know what I'm saying, for 70-something? I do like he's a little thicker, right? And he's young. Pause that. And he is young, right? So he can bounce back from a lot of these hits. But look, is it too much running for y'all?
I don't know, man. I think that's up for debate. And I think we have a great guest that we could ask. I just heard that ring, so that means that our guest has called in. Oh, he didn't call in? Oh, well, I got fooled. So we could talk about Bo Nix in the running. 10 carries is a lot. How many of those are the design, though? That's my thing. Like, there's not a lot designed, and I just feel like he's tucking and running to avoid pressure sometimes when there's not pressure. So I think in that case, it is too many rushes.
And I don't think nothing wrong with too many rushes. Like you're saying, if it's designed to be rushed, that's cool because now we know, all right, run, slide, get you a couple yards. We know designing. But a lot of time when you're scrambling, out of pressure or whatnot, you're running to save your life. And that's how you see him a lot of times. He's out there trying to save his life, and he's just running around. You see he got the happy feet. He's just going. And then he doesn't take the smart run. The run out of bounds, stop, slide. He want to try to run you over. He want to be that guy, He want to do the extra. You got to love the confidence in him. But we need you for the future, and you have the talent to be a great quarterback. He has the talent to be a great quarterback.
He does.
Just a couple of little tweaks here and there. He's there. We just need you to be a little bit smarter in the decisions that you're making. So therefore, we can keep you on the field as long as possible and no hindrance going forward. Because, you're a rookie. Who knows what this looked like? You see what happened to Cam Newton when the guy runs the ball over and over and over.
It'll catch up to you.
Great quarterback.
Start to wear on you.
Great quarterback. Yeah. It starts to wear it down on you. And, Mariota, same concept, right?
As I think about it, I'm not saying he's Lamar Jackson, but when you go back to Lamar Jackson's rookie year, he runs the ball constantly until he figures it out. He's become a good quarterback in the passing game and is able to find, his tight end, his wide receivers, and use them effectively. But his rookie season was a lot of running. And Bo's not as agile, but I think he is very capable of running the football. He's able to get down the sideline. He's able to make defenders miss. He's able to outrun D-ends and D-tackles. So I don't love it, but if this is what, allows Bo to be comfortable say, hey, if I'm sitting in the pocket and I know that if anything breaks down, I can run and use my feet, I think that gives you another level of comfortability as a quarterback to say, if it's not there, I can just take off and y'all can't catch me anyway.
Definitely.
So we'll see what happens with that. We're waiting on my boy TJ Ward to call in. We want to ask him a couple questions about what he thought about Bo's game, how he feels about how things are going. We talked about offense a little bit. Let's break down this defense, man. I think they continue to play at a high level. I know you never want to give up a touchdown when you're playing that well. They end up giving up 10 points, but I think they continue to play at a high level and keep Broncos country in games no matter who they're playing.
I think this is one of those good bounce back games. I think last week was one of those upsetting games. Dang, we let this game slip away from them. The defense didn't do so well last week, but at the same time, offense didn't help them out, right?
Yeah.
It's one of those games where you stayed on the field way too long and it was just too rough. And I think this week was one of those games where it's hey, we know we're dominant. Let's dominate the team that we're supposed to. We gave up that little touchdown at the end of the game that wasn't supposed to, but you go from D-line, 6 sacks. You talk about no big shots downfield. Other than one, I think they had one big shot at the beginning of the game, the first play of the game or something like that. They got a big play, 15 yards or something like that. But outside of that, that's all the defense gave up. They was pretty much shut down pretty much from the start of the game all the way to the end, and they took advantage of a team that they were supposed to take advantage of.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think as a whole, the defense looked really good. I think there was 5 sacks on the night. Nick Bonito continues his sack streak. He has 5 sacks in 5 games, 5 in a row. He's playing at a really high level right now.
Well, we could have about 5 of them today. You could have about 5 of those things.
There was a couple of them where he came around the edge, and for me, I feel like it's his get off.
It's nasty. I
the
thought Vaughn
speed
had a
that
fast
he
get off.
has coming around the edge, I think that's what really sets him apart, and it's really hard to block.
They compare.
Jurrell.
They compare, bro.
I don't think he's saying everything, but he's saying the get off.
The get off. The get off.
Just the get off.
Did you not watch that man tonight?
I have to see it. I have to watch a little closer. But, bro, we talking about Hall of Famer. We talking about
yes.
Vaughn.
Yes.
I'm talking about the get-offs. I've never seen get-offs like that before. And we seen it already?
You talking about a get off to a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. I don't take that from you, Vaughn. You know you my dog. Hats off.
All day.
But at the end of the day,
It was like Vaughn.
Vaughn
You were saying better than Vaughn.
won every rep off a get off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his
Get
is
off.
just comparable. I mean, right?
This guy, if he finishes, he's finished this game with 5 sacks. He got over 4 to 5 sacks already within 6 games.
I get it. You know.
He's on path.
I always gotta give y'all jump.
He's on path.
Y'all like to go overboard
I think
sometimes.
Vaughn has like a more versatile pass
what you're
rush
saying,
game to him. Like he's speed to power. He's speed to bull. He is like great with his hands. Like I think we're just talking about
just the speed.
Just the get off.
The get off.
Just the get off.
I watch it.
You know what I'm saying? I think
That
he
get
does
off
have
was
like, you know what I'm
nasty.
saying?
I'm surprised I haven't really noticed
traits.
it. Because, like, you just notice Vaughn coming off. You're like, who's that? Oh, it's Vaun.
It's just ridiculous.
I didn't see it. No, I
See,
know.
the difference is I haven't seen like Benito his get off to winning ability is not as clean as Vaughn.
I think
right?
it's pure speed.
He's just got
right
good
now.
get off right
Yeah.
now, and then the technique comes as he gets through the training and go. We'll hope to see that comes off. Vaughn now he had get off with his smoothness and all that. It was majestic. It was beautiful.
You know, I gotta watch y'all. Y'all talk about top 10 receivers within Sutton, and now you're talking about Nick Benito has
We
get
made
offs like
one
Vaughn. I just need
comparison.
to
We didn't
know.
say he was like as good as him. We
I'm
said
just
like
saying-
they
I
They
gotta
get
check
off
y'all.
nasty. I'm just saying they get and only really seen probably 2 other people that got nasty get off like that. Vaughn and then Waddle. What's the old dude over there in Pittsburgh? Watt.
Oh,
What's the
Watt,
brother
yeah,
name?
yeah.
Gotcha.
TJ.
Yeah, TJ Watt.
Yeah, he
that
gets
boy
some
get off
crazy.
is nasty.
Yeah.
Like,
But Benito's is like that, though.
Check it out. That's
Just
all
to
I'm
get
saying.
off. That's just
Check
like
it out.
Stop
you know,
it, just to get off.
Check it
That's
out.
like saying
Y'all
like
tell
a
me.
quarterback
Y'all
sounds
tell
like
me,
another quarterback. That
Is
don't
this
mean
get
that he
off
can
that
like
nasty or not? If it's not,
make all the throws
I'm
that another
sorry.
quarterback can.
Tell
We're just
me.
saying like there's a
Tell
little.
me.
Okay.
Dang, he put
know,
pressure on us
you know
right there.
I
You know what
caught y'all
I'm saying?
like-
I think we stood up to it. He wasn't trying to let
we
us
spoke
live
on
with
it.
that one.
We spoke on
God,
it. I think my facts hold true.
you
Yeah,
know,
I got you.
No, but I think that overall, I think this defense is playing really well.
Yeah.
Zach Allen again was a beast tonight.
Monster.
We gotta talk about him like that's just consistency.
We're gonna
Like,
talk about him every week.
in and out, he continues to be consistent. He continues to get sacks. He continues to be a dominant force in the middle. Like it's not easy to do, and he's making it look like it's easy.
Talk about a repertoire of work just work, bruh.
Yeah.
He got it all, bruh. He got an arsenal of moves over there that just can't be blocked. You line up anybody in front of him from left to right, he's dominating them. He's doing it in the run game, doing it in the pass game, and he just reminds me of myself. I ain't gonna lie.
He look like a younger man.
Hey, you rocking that 9'9", bro?
Yeah.
So you know I'm over here sitting proud, dog. Hey, Zach,
That's
we're going to go get some
hilarious.
dinner or something, dog. You feel me? We're going to check it out. Dinner on me, for
That's
sure.
the biggest compliment
For
you get.
sure.
Hey, you look like me when you're out there wearing that
You know,
99. That's a big
you going
compliment.
stupid out there, dog.
it.
I love to see it, bro. I love to see it.
Yes, sir.
Nah, he's balling. We saw JFM have a really good sack tonight. Just beat the guy one-on-one. Cody Barton, sack fumble, leads to a touchdown by Javonte. Another fumble, touchdown. I mean, 55, I felt like
He was everywhere
as a
tonight.
linebacker, he reminded me of me. You know?
He could have about 2-3 touchdowns tonight.
He had- no.
If he didn't get no penalties.
I know, and I texted him as soon as
Man.
I said, bro, you gotta stop eating popcorn before the game. you gotta put the popcorn down, like, you know what I'm saying, an hour before game time. Because he definitely could have had, another big time play for this defense. But I thought he played really well. Were you guys surprised to see Quan Alexander starting because of how well Justin Chanad had played?
I was very surprised not to see Justin starting because I want to say big plays after big plays the last couple of weeks. Sonara definitely been showing up, but this is where you wonder what are they saying that we don't see as fans, right? Is he not making the fill-in plays on these run plays that they getting gashed in? Is he not making certain tackles that they supposed to be tackling or whatnot?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think it definitely was a bummer to not see him out there. But when he did get back out there,
he made plays.
He made his plays again. So I don't know what they saw, but this is the part what frustrates you as players, right? Is that you got coaches that do things like this that gets into the politics of the game.
Yeah.
You have the veteran versus the young guy. I need to let my veteran play. If the young guy is rocking, let my young guy play. And that's what I used to be as that player. Like, if this guy is playing his tail off, leave him in.
Leave him alone.
Leave him and let him do what he got to do. He's helping us out, producing.
Unless it's you behind him. Then you like, hey,
get it everybody. But no, I think it definitely was a bummer to see a young guy get his job snatched when it was really, to me personally, because I don't know what they saw on film. I haven't seen nothing where he should have got his job snatched, where he was now back to just being a special team guy.
Yeah.
Definitely shouldn't have done that.
And do you guys feel like sometimes you get like kind of like typecast in the league? Like, even though he came in was playing good reps on defense as a starter, they look at him like, oh, that's the special teams guy. He's been a special teams guy here for 5 years. That's what his role is. It don't matter that his first play as a starter this year was a sack. It don't matter that he got forced fumbles. It don't matter that he makes big plays. It don't matter that he already got 4 tackles for loss. When I look at you, I see a special teams guy, even though I'm making plays outside of special teams.
Yeah.
And it's very frustrating.
Yeah.
It's super frustrating. And that goes back to what I was saying, like the part of players where you sit there and you know these players, you see how hard they work, and you see the person that they're backing up against and things like that, and you're like, dude, what is going on, right? And this is where coaches now, they want to kick you out of the building. They say, hey, to get these veterans out of here, because now it's up to the vets to be like, hey, is this guy doing the job or this? But when you have a defense like this, I think it's going to get overshadowed. I think nobody's going to really even pay attention to it. They're going to see him and let it be what it is, right?
And at the same time, it's like, it's on you to kind of change that narrative then, if that's the case. I think about someone like this. I think of a Wesley Woodyard, for real. He started on special teams.
Yep.
When he got his opportunity to be a linebacker, that boy was out there balling. He was a linebacker. He was a starter, bro. The same thing if you were a running back that fumbles. Then you a fumbler, bro. Change it. You know what I mean? Change that narrative, right? And switch it up. So I think it is on you at the same time, but it is funny how they kind of try to put you in one category. It ain't always like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always like that.
Yeah, I hate to see guys get like put in a box when they can be so much more than like, what the team is giving them. But I just heard a little ding. That means we got my boy TJ Ward, Super Bowl 50 champ, member of the No Fly Zone, calling in. What's up, TJ? What you think about this game and how the Broncos put together this win?
Man, a great game. Dominating win, man. I was juiced. I'm not going to lie. I was juiced. I wasn't expecting the blowout. I tell you that. But it was a great game, great defensive performance. Bo played well. We ran the ball well. And, how I feel, I don't know if you do or not, but when we run the ball, we have a way better chance of winning the ball game. So, I love the way we won tonight.
We saw like a lot of rushing did tonight. Do you feel like it needs to be more of both throwing the ball through the air to be like a full package and really be a team that can win the AFC West and make it to the playoffs and really put together a really good season?
I'm not going to lie. I missed the first half of the question. You kind of cut out.
Oh, no. No, I said we saw a lot of rushing from the Broncos, and we felt like it was a really good game for them rushing the ball. But if they're going to be a complete team, do you think you need to see more from Bo Nix throwing the football?
Yeah, definitely. Eventually, we're going to have to see the ball get downfield a little bit more. But, having a young quarterback and an athletic quarterback at that, I think we have to utilize the run to make that possible. He's not just going to drop back and air the ball out. I mean, I'm not saying that he's not capable. He's very capable. But doing it off the play action is a lot healthier. And, I think it's going to help him progress a lot better. So, yeah, but you have to use the run to pass the ball.
I love it. What's good, TJ? Yeah, listen, man. You already know. Listen, you've been a part of some great defenses, bruh. And we seen that right now with the Denver Broncos, man. They're doing some great things on this defensive side, man. What's that secret recipe to be a dominant defense like the ones you are a part of and the ones that we're seeing right now with the Broncos?
I think it's two main things. You got to have a cohesion within the group and within the defense, and then you got to have a work ethic and preparation. So you can consider those the same thing. But as long as you got chemistry on that side of the ball and you got 11, 12, 13 guys busting their ass in the film room, on the field practice, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, in the game, they giving it everything they got, man, that's a great start. And then you add in a coordinator that's going to utilize his players in the way they're supposed to be used. And I love the pressures. And we have an aggressive style. Vance is bringing that back. And, you know, you got playoff caliber, championship caliber defense.
Yep. I love that. For sure.
Definitely. I was wondering, what you think? So we got a dominant defense. We got a pretty decent offense. What do you think we got to do to get those guys clicking on the full spectrum over there? I think that offense is right there. I think it's one piece missing. One thing. What do you think that piece is missing to get them over that hump to where it's like, all right, we're dominating teams like we're supposed to?
I think defensive touchdowns, which we got today, and big plays downfield, you know, whether it come from the screen, deep ball, punt return, kick returns on special teams, but we have to start getting the one play hits, you know, the one play scores.
Definitely.
And that separates when you talking about, you know, your great teams and then your average teams. So
I got the last question.
All right, you know, TJ, around here we got a thing called a believer. That means you have belief in Bo Nix to be the guy moving forward. I guess my question is, wait, I gotta ask him, are you a believer?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Give him like
what that means?
That
means that you believe Bo Nix is like the next great Broncos quarterback. Like he's the man to take this from zero to hero.
I mean, it's looking good for him right now. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he's the second rookie quarterback to start opening day. You know, he 4-3 right now. You know, with not the greatest roster in the NFL. You know, they got a good roster, but like you said, the defense playing phenomenal. But no disrespect to anyone on that defense. It's like a no-name defense, which is great. That means they're all doing their job and they're doing it at a high level. But to the masses, right, no one really knows who all of these players are, right, besides really Surtain. Right, he's the name that sticks out when everybody talks about the Broncos defense, you know. But that right there for sure. Yeah, definitely. And him being a duck, man, you seen what we've been doing lately out there in that NCAA. You know, you got it's gonna put you over the top. You get you a duck in the locker room, you'll be all right.
Hey, and that's not SEC because Knowshon believe that only good players come from the SEC. So you gotta let them know. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Hey man, you know we play this West Coast football over here. It's a little
I'm saying, man.
Still tough. You know, don't get it twisted. But yeah, for sure, I'm a believer, man. To answer your question,
I love it. All right, but forget about all that. Listen, what that golf game talking about, man? How you hitting them things lately, man?
Right, you know what? I'm about to go play tomorrow morning. I haven't played in a couple of weeks, but I'm still in the 80s. I haven't broke 80 yet, so I'm like around 85 and under on a normal day. You know, I might be in the 90s. Day, but I'm still trying to break 80. So I ain't gonna say it's improving. It's stagnant.
But he can't throw that out there like 89 nice.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
80 is a solid player. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, but I'm trying to be great.
I feel it.
Pay me to come play.
I love it, bro. I love it.
Well, that's what's up.
Definitely. But before we get you out of here, what you got for some words of inspiration for some of these young cats out there that's trying to get at it, you know, that's trying to live that inspiration, man? I know you out there living your life now. You got family and stuff like that. What words of encouragement you got for these folks?
Oh, man. It goes fast. It goes faster than you can imagine. And just live in the moment, man. Be where you are and take advantage and be blessed and privileged to be where you know, exactly where you are, whether it's where you want to be or not, if it's ideal for you in the locker room or not. You know, just try to get better and realize you're in the locker room. So you're doing something right.
Definitely. All right. Well, we appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm saying? We won't keep you too long. We know you got a load out ahead of you. Go ahead and do your thing, man. Appreciate you coming through. When you come in town, you got to come sit down with us live in the studio.
Sure.
All right, for sure. Come link up with us.
Appreciate it, OG. Appreciate it.
I'll be cool.
Yeah, much love, bro. And if you guys have a long night ahead of you, you guys got to check out our friends over at Blue Chew. If you want to be the man, if you want to have your confidence boosted, you got to check out our friends over at Blue Chew. They say first impressions are important. What about lasting impressions? That's where Blue Chew comes in. Blue Chew helps boost your confidence in the bedroom so you can stay hard and perform at your very best. Now, that's just for men. If we have any women in the chat, you know what I'm saying, this is not for you. But you can go ahead and buy your man some Blue Chew, and y'all can have a good time together. So go get yourself some Blue Chew. You can go to bluechew.com and use promo code ALLCITY to receive your first month free. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
Hey, like that boy Kevin Hart said, that Blue Chew man is a little different than that Knowshon man.
Hey, if you get on Blue Chew, be careful getting off Blue Chew because she'll be like, is that you?
Is that you? Kevin.
That's out of control. Hello Fresh. What is Hello Fresh? With Hello Fresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your front door. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on Hello Fresh to make your home cooking easy, fun as possible, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh delivers all the pre-portioned ingredients you'll need to make easy homemade meals. All the proteins, vegetables, sauces, spices, and more arrive in a box, along with simple instructions that walk you through each step in the cooking process. Whip up tasty restaurant-style meals in your kitchen without the high price tag on takeout in less time than it takes to get delivered. And you know, your boy out there a little bit, so it takes a little bit for them to get out there. The food might be cold by the time they get there if you get it delivered. So it's a little bit out there. So yeah, it's better than takeout. Takes you, and it saves you on some time. Over 50 different recipes. You know what I mean? Think about you getting home, you know what I'm saying? You've been working all day. You don't want to think about what you gotta make. Let HelloFresh do that for you. You know what I mean? Get everything already made for you. Well, the ingredients, and then you just go ahead and make it, man. I like their coconut chicken. The coconut chicken is fire. I get it without the sausage though. You know your boy don't do it on sausage. I can't even do that. Their rigatoni is fire. Their honey chicken is pretty delicious, man. But listen, that's what I'm saying. 50 different recipes, and you can customize that to of your liking. You know what I mean? So you won't be disappointed. Give them a try. Check it out. All kinds of different stuff on there. I just mess with the pasta. I'm a pasta guy, so I'll be messing with the pastas and different like that. Different chicken recipes that they have. Check them out. So listen, what do you get? You get 10 free meals at HelloFresh.com/free Broncos. That's applied across 7 boxes for new subscribers only, and it varies by plan. So that's 10 free HelloFresh meals, all right? Just go to HelloFresh.com/free Broncos, all right? And make sure you go over there. And it's America's #1 home, home kit meal, man. So go ahead and give them a try. Check them out. Tell me if you like that coconut chicken. That coconut chicken, like I said, is fine. That rigatoni is cool. So give them a try. HelloFresh.com. Check them out. Free Broncos, put that on there as well.
There you go. Now, we talked about the offense. We talked about the defense. We never give love to the special teams. You know what I'm saying? We could break their game down just a little bit. I think Marvin Mims is doing a good job as a returner. Last year he was a Pro Bowler as a returner. Tonight he averaged 30 yards per kick return. I think if the Broncos are going to be successful, their defense has to be good, put their offense in good field position, but also their return game has to be good to put their offense in good field position. Bo Nix, like TJ said, he's a rookie quarterback. You don't need him being Superman, but you want him in manageable field position so that he can feel comfortable, confident, make big plays. And shout out to Marvin Mims for doing that tonight with his kick return ability.
Yep. And let's just get some love to Lutz, man. I think he out there doing his thing. Shoot, talking about putting some points up on the board. For the first half of the game, he was our leading scorer going into the second half of the game. So
for sure.
Just shout out to that kicker, man. You got one job and you definitely doing it. So we appreciate you a lot.
That's pressure. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be sitting on the sideline all game long, but when we need you to kick this kick,
You better kick
better
that
not
kick.
miss. You better not miss it. So Will Lutz is doing a good job making his kicks and really helping out the Broncos. So
let's talk about Estime, man.
all right.
What's up with the fun? Listen, I said it earlier.
The fumbleesies.
Listen, when you get
Everybody wanted to see Estime. That's all you heard.
and
Everybody
we do.
wanted Estime.
And we do, though.
Estime, hold the damn ball, boy.
But what's up, though? It's like this. It's almost like that Melvin Gordon thing. Once they know this is what you do, you just making it so much harder on yourself.
Yeah.
Like, they ain't going to do nothing. They ain't going to even try to tackle you. Everyone will be pulling at the ball.
Yeah.
You're just making it hard on yourself, man. On that fumble that he had tonight, you can tell the elbow. Listen, the elbow always needs to be tight against the rib cage.
Yeah,
like
give him
this.
some game. You know what I'm saying?
Okay? And you need points of pressure. You're in traffic, bro. You're running through people. Why are you trying to stiff arm?
Uh-huh.
Okay? Get the other hand on top
There you go.
and lean
You
forward.
got the elbow, the wrist. What you do
is elbow down.
Uh-huh.
You bring the off hand to the front of the wrist. Pretty much you can grab your wrist right here.
Yep.
The ball ain't going nowhere, bro.
Yep.
It ain't coming through the bottom. It ain't going through the top. And you can see on that fumble, his elbow was away from his rib cage, and the guy just pulled it from the bottom.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, and I'm going to have to put that a little bit on the coaches, too, bro. Y'all got to be working on that. Come on, man. Is
this high school or the pros?
But if I was to do that, man,
See, this is the
Coach
running
E
backs
would have been
talking.
on me, bro.
Here we go.
Shout out Coach E.
would have been.
These are
Yeah,
running
shout out
backs.
Coach E, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out, bro.
Right?
Yeah. None of
He
that
was getting
punching
mad when he
stuff.
said punch out.
Well, because listen, you know what I mean? I'm in the pile and I have a linebacker or somebody just punching. Oh, I'm trying to punch the ball. No, I'm
Yeah.
getting up and punching you back. I'm done with all that. I'm trying to punch as well. But nah, man. You don't want to have that reputation as any kind of player. No back, no wide receiver, no quarterback. You don't want to be the person that gives the ball away and they know they can get it from you. All right? So, and you know Sean Payton want to see him, but
sure.
you're making it hard on the coaches to even put you in because
Yeah.
they can't trust you. What if it's what if it's a tight game?
Yep.
They can't put you in on a tight game. Like, it's a little frustrating because you want to see the kid out there, man, but he going to have to learn one way or the other, and that's either he going to learn because he's working on it,
Yeah.
or they ain't going to put him in the game anymore.
Yeah.
And what's the problem with that? It's just like he got too much muscle. He can't like tuck the ball the way he needs to. It's just, or he not doing what he
thinking
needs
about
to
it,
do.
bro. Like, he knows.
It got to be a conscious thought in your
Yeah, he
mind.
knows, bro. He knows, man. He know he was sick after that. No one wants to do all that, especially when you've done it for multiple games.
Yeah.
So he just has to be more conscious of it, man. You saw that Tiki back in the day. And he started fumbling. That boy had that thing like this. He was running crazy. I was like, bro, come there. But like, if you have to go to that extreme, you have to go to that extreme so people at least know that you're working on it. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. My fault. I just lost it real quick. But
Gave you flashbacks.
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Hoping to give you flashback. Did you used to fumble back in your days?
Not necessarily.
You had a problem?
I had a
problem?
I had no problem.
We got to take you to
hey,
rehab.
But we all do it, bro.
My name is
Fumble rehab.
Knowshon and I'm a fumbler.
Yeah, man. You don't want to do it, but
No, it's still important, man. I think that
we seen it too much with Melvin, man.
and it's the number one sin of an offensive player. Like Bo's not turning the ball over. Nobody, like, you can't be the one that
Yeah,
consistently
yeah,
gets
yeah.
carries and consistently turns the ball over.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something that needs to get corrected, and hopefully it does, man. I think Estime is a young guy.
We
He
gonna
has a
need
lot
him.
of talent. We're going to need him down the line. So we just need him to kind of get this thing figured out. I think I just heard another chime. We're going to be bringing in my boy Zach, who is live
Big
from New
Zach.
Orleans.
He went to
he
his-
said if the Broncos lose, that he would be sleeping in his car. So the Broncos won. So do you get a hotel room?
Sleep in a
Zach, we can't
bed
hear you.
tonight.
Oh.
And oh no,
Yeah, we got
you can't
you.
hear me? You got me? I get to sleep in a bed tonight, and isn't this the field where Jameis Winston ate dubs?
You got to
That's what the
stop.
Broncos did tonight.
I love it, bruh.
I think that's the feel. I don't know if that's what we were doing tonight, but it felt good to get a win. The Broncos had a great rushing attack. What did you hear from Sean Payton about the way the Broncos were able to move the ball down the field rushing tonight?
I mean, he said this was their ideal game plan on offense. And then I asked him about it, and he's like, well, it could change game to game, but this is exactly what he wants to do. What does he say? To help a rookie quarterback, you play good defense and you run the damn ball. And that's exactly what the Broncos did. Had the most rushing yards since 2013 when Knowshon was on the team. And then the defense was absolutely smothering. I mean, the Broncos beat this team by 23 points. It was not that close. They beat them by 30, and it honestly could have been 50 points tonight. The Broncos were so unbelievably dominant, made Spencer Rattler look like a rookie playing his second game in the NFL on a short week. Alvin Kamara was nowhere to be found in this game. And then on offense, they ran the rock with Bo Nix going for 75 yards. Javonte should have had 100 yards, and the Broncos dominated this game from start to finish. And Sean Payton told us earlier this week that on short weeks, on Thursday night games, historically, teams that have a lead at halftime win the game at a higher percentage than that stat for Sunday. And then he admitted after the game today, and he said, I was hoping my players wouldn't find out this stat. Here's the stat. On short Thursday night games, Sean Payton is 5-0 when he's led at halftime. He's 0-5 when he's been down at halftime. So he knew how important a fast start was. And the Broncos, I mean, at halftime, the game was over. It was 16-3. Yes, a 2-possession game, but the Saints just had absolutely no life in this game. And guys, I'll tell you what, Sean Payton's return to New Orleans was more than it was made out to be. And Sean admitted after the game, I was trying to downplay my return. And of course we knew he was trying to downplay it. This means the world to him, because when he got to New Orleans, it was more than just rebuilding the Saints organization. It was about rebuilding New Orleans. And so he knows how much it means to him. We saw him after the game giving bear hugs, not just to players, but to co-workers that he used to have here. And I don't know if you guys can see right now, but a lot of families are playing football with the players after the game. And he said that's what we used to do here. I would come down, and that's when I got to spend time with my kids, was after the games, playing flag football, playing football after wins here. So you can just tell how much this win means to him. And of course, Sean Payton got the game ball in Club Dub here in New Orleans.
I love it. I love to see the guys out there with their kids. That's awesome, man. Hey, when it comes to this pass game, man, it was good to see some of these young guys step up again tonight, right? And maybe this is something that Payton wanted to do going into another game next week versus a Panther team that I think we can get a win versus. For your opinion, what was the deal with Sutton not getting so many looks? This game, is it on purpose? Are we trying to get these young guys ready for later on, or what's the case?
I mean, it's a great point, Knowshon. I definitely think there's something to that. Courtland Sutton, 0 targets. He got 1 target in the game, and it was called back because of a penalty. So Courtland ends with 0 targets. The Broncos scored the second most points they have all season, and it's the Troy Franklin show. And that's what Sean Payton wants. He wants to bring these young guys in. And now you can kind of see the Broncos have their top 3 receivers. Of course, Courtland Sutton, even though he had a down game today, but it's Troy Franklin and it's Devon Bailey. Those 2 guys are starting to establish themselves. And if the Broncos want to do anything this year, they're going to need those guys to step up, because the Broncos don't have a tight end. The Broncos don't really have that receiver out of the backfield right now, outside of Marvin Mims, who lined up in the backfield and caught a pass, which I loved seeing as well. So you're going to have to see these young guys step up, and they did today. And boy, it is so good to see Troy Franklin not just make big plays, but just make plays on the field, because we know he can be that deep ball guy, but can he be that intermediate guy that's trusted to play 80% of snaps? And it certainly seems like he is quickly developing into that role. He played 76% of the offensive snaps last week, probably right around the same this week. And this is what you want to do. You want to throw for 170 yards, a couple touchdowns, and then you want to run the rock anywhere close to 200 yards. This is the Broncos' recipe for success.
Yep.
That's what's up, Zach. I think it's been a beautiful, beautiful night for those big mans around the building up there. The O-line and the D-line got busy today, man. What's the feel for those big guys over there? I know you got to hear something about those big guys over there, how they feeling. They kept their quarterback clean all day. They did a dominant job in running the football today. I think they just did an excellent job of stopping the run on the defense side of the ball. They put pressure on the big guys had a day. Like, we all talk about these skill guys all the time. Can we get a little bit of juice from those big guys over there?
Oh, Jurrell, we got to give the big guys some love because you are right. They crushed it on both sides of the ball. And how about this, Jurrell? You're going to love this stat. The Broncos defense held the Saints to -7 rushing yards before contact. So they were just smothering the Saints running backs tonight. And then on the opposite side, Garrett Bowles, who has his face paint kind of dripping off in the locker room. He's got a little bloody cheek and some turf on his face from just smushing guys into the ground all day. He was so damn proud of his unit, as he should be. The Broncos, they got Mike McGlinchey back, which was a big boost for them. And Mike played great tonight, especially in the run game. And that's what this offensive line is built to do, is run the ball. And so that plays into it as well. Not just helping a rookie quarterback, but that's what this offensive line is meant to do. And when you look, Sean Payton likes to build his teams from the inside out. I think if you look at most good coaches, they like to do that. Bill Belichick, you're seeing Jim Harbaugh with the Chargers build inside out. And then so you need those big guys in the middle to step up. And boy, did they do it tonight. And you know what? I know the Saints are hurt and depleted, but man, you can only you can only play the opponent that's across from you. And did they destroy him? Now the Broncos, I mean, they got a weekend off to enjoy things, but then they're back against the Panthers. We could see another, 30-point win, 23-point win that Sunday as well.
Hold on, you cut out. Hold on.
Oh, whoa. Whoa, don't make that face. No,
He's so stupid.
now, Zach, since you can hear me, I think everybody in the Toyota chat can hear you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you a question about that pregame hype-up Drew Brees montage. From what you saw, did it bring tears to your eyes, or was it just another video playing before a game?
No, they did unfortunately, New Orleans did a great job honoring Drew Brees, but they did not honor Sean Payton tonight, and I thought that was very bizarre. He means arguably the most to your organization of anyone. I mean, maybe Drew Brees is one and Sean Payton's two, and you don't honor him?
Wow.
So you know what Sean Payton said internally, maybe not externally to the media after the game? He said, fine, you're not going to honor me? I'm going to make my presence felt here, and I'm going to show you that I got the next Drew Brees, who I think is the next Drew Brees in Sean's mind, with Bo Nix, and we're going to come and beat you down in your hometown. So, I mean, this couldn't have gone better for Sean Payton. He said he got a little extra sleep today. He went and saw Drew Brees at his luncheon this afternoon, and now he can sleep easy over these next 3 days, where the Broncos are taking 3 full days off. And they earned it tonight. Right now, guys, Broncos are 4-3. They've won 4 of their past 5 games. They're 4-1 in that stretch. And also, they're a playoff team as of right now. They're the final team in the AFC. Knowshon, do you believe, baby?
Like, we're doing it right now, bro. What do you mean? 4-1 in the last 5?
It's
you
happening.
You gotta believe.
Zach, let us handle this, man. We're gonna let you go. Let us handle this, because I gotta talk to them about this.
Zach,
Appreciate
Zach,
we
you,
still
big
got more
dog.
convincing to do with Knowshon, but I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be live in studio, and we'll have a lot to talk about, man. I know you'll be sleeping in a nice, warm, comfortable bed tonight, so get back to us when you're well rested, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Right on. Thanks, fellas. Love the post-game show. Y'all are crushing it.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate
Safe travels,
it, man.
baby.
Appreciate it.
About playoffs?
No.
Playoffs?
At this moment, they are a playoff team.
Literally,
you can't knock the
literally,
stats.
if the season ended today, like the Broncos would be in the playoffs.
I
Like
know.
records. The record speaks for itself. Numbers are number. Math is mathing.
I
You
guess
feel me?
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. You can't deny it, and you can't stop it. So
the biggest takeaway is this, though. Okay, besides that point, at this point they are, but unfortunately the season does not end right now. But when it comes to what they've been doing so far, they've taken advantage of the opportunities in the games they should have taken the advantage of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Which is good to see. You know what I mean? Win those games that you're supposed to win. And next week is another one of those.
Yes.
All right? So let's not take your foot off the pedal now.
Nope.
Because after that, that's when the road really gets tough. You know what I mean? You got the Ravens, you got the Chiefs, you got these teams, right, that you want to be hitting full stride when you get to. That's it. So I love that they're taking advantage of these opportunities right now.
And the beautiful part is they getting these matchup at mid-season, right when you want to hit your mid-season form. So this is like perfect timing for the Broncos. If you turn it on right now, you coasting into the postseason.
When's that bye week?
They got a couple more weeks.
Couple more weeks for the
You
bye
know what I'm
week?
saying? This is like literally setting themselves up for perfect destination.
Yeah, they got a good run to
when?
go
How many?
on.
14, week 14.
A good run to go on, and they get a nice bye week to get healthy and hopefully make a playoff push. And hopefully they do that. And if you want to be on this playoff push with them and you support them and you want to get behind them, the best way to do it is to support them with your dollars. And when they win, you win, and you can make yourself some money over at Bet365, where you can use code DNVR365 at sign up. And right now, new customers can choose between two offers when they open an account at Bet365. Use the code DNVR365 to sign up, deposit $10, and choose between either the bet and get offer, and place a bet of $5 or more and get $200 in bonus bets, or the first bet safety net offer by placing up to $1,000, and if your qualifying bet loses, you receive a match refund and bonus bets. Whatever the moment, is never ordinary at Bet365. Today we had a bet boosted by DNVR. Unfortunately, it was like a half good bet because, we wanted Courtland Sutton to get over 50 yards. That didn't happen. Yeah. But we also took the Broncos money line, and they killed it. They crushed it out the park. So if you took the safety net offer, you'll get your $1,000 back in bonus bets. But it's always good to get in on some bets. There's a lot of opportunities to win some money out there. So you want to be 21 and older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please and wants help, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yes, sir.
And when you're done with all of that, you got to cool down with a nice, fresh Coors Light. Though, the homies, the people, we love them. Best beer out there, not even close. Colorado founded. You can go up to Golden Fresh River. Man, I love a Coors Light. I was really jealous of Todd. He was drinking. He was having a Coors Light all night in his hands. And he was also getting shots from people, which is dope.
Yeah.
I was really jealous just of that Coors Light all night. You know what it is. When the can turns blue, it's ready for the crew. Coors Light. Make the most of the times you choose to chill. Choose Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/DNVR. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Light Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Man, shout out to you here. He's going above and beyond as a producer, doing ad reads and making it look easy. We're going to hit a couple super chats before we get out of here. We're going to be live tomorrow in studio Friday because we don't have a Sunday show, so you can catch us tomorrow at 10 o'clock, I think. I'll be here at 10. The first super chat coming in from, Keaton? Let's effing bow. The Crackerback held it down at CB1 tonight. I don't know if you guys know this, but we're trying to find nicknames for Pat Surtain and Riley Moss, and one of the nicknames that has kind of stuck with Riley Moss is the Crackerback.
Don't like it.
Not one bit. I was trying to go see where we was going with this.
Yeah.
And that's not it. Sorry, you guys cancel that
Take
name.
that one off.
Yeah.
The list.
Try again.
Yeah.
Why that, though?
What?
I mean, it's not why. It's just like
why? Like why? Come on.
I'm thinking they crack back on somebody.
Get it, but why? Like, why do our mind always got to go there?
Yeah, I know.
Like, come on with something a little more creative, guys. A little more creative.
Yeah.
A little more creative, guys. Let's get a little more creative.
Get some better names and you keep it going.
You guys are out of control.
But we'll see what happens. Next super chat coming in from Logan. New QB, new season, new Broncos, new job, new me. Go Broncos, boys. Woo! That's that Ric Flair right there.
For sure.
You know
That's
what I'm
that
saying?
Rick.
Had to hit it.
Woo! I can't be mad at that at all. Next super chat coming in from Khalil. Javonte seems to run harder when he's in danger of losing his starting job. Maybe they should do that every week. I mean, You're not lying. I feel like one of his best games when Bidet was potentially going to be a starter. The next best game is when Estime was going to be the starter. Now, unfortunately, we know that Javonte is definitely going to be a starter next week. I think there's some trust issues there with Estime carrying the football, so those need to be rectified before he's in threat of losing his job again. So, I think he'll start to pick it up, and especially against this Panthers defense, he should have a good game. I want him to continue running the ball well.
He had a great day today, so it should be no risk of him losing his job today.
Exactly. Exactly. So let's keep it going, Javonte. Next super chat coming in from Dave. No name defense. How about no game defense? LFG. I think that's good. I think we're all trying to figure out names for the. I don't know if we asked you guys. Do you guys have any names that you could bestow upon this defense?
I don't have none yet, man.
Not yet.
I don't have none. Let me get my thought process together.
Not yet.
You have something?
Not
I
yet.
didn't hear what you have.
I don't think I have nothing. I think it's something, but it kind of comes to the defense as they continue to play.
As they get going and they start being more dominant.
Yeah.
I think they. Let me not say they haven't been consistent because they have. But you see a little shaky here, a little shaky there. So
go get a hitters.
They getting there. They getting there. But they'll solidify a name by the time we get to probably week 14.
It's weird because usually with every defense, you have a strength, whether you're the no-fly zone and the strength is the secondary, you're the purple people eaters where your strength is your front four. This defense is kind of
overall group.
A good group all the way around. Their front is good, their back end is good, their linebackers played great tonight. I think it's going to be tough trying to come with a name for them, but we're going to keep working at it. Toyota Chat, keep working at it. Always shout us out. Let us know what you think. Next super chat coming in from Jordan. No worries about the passing game in this game. This game was a great get-right game for the running backs, and Knicks is getting chemistry with the young guys who hadn't been getting any snaps. I think the young guys are stepping up. Everybody is getting back into their groove. It's very important if you want to make a push to the playoffs. And want to be considered a contender in this league, you got to have games to get yourself right and get yourself on track. We didn't perform the way we needed to against the Chargers, but it felt good tonight.
Yeah, imagine if we won that versus the Chargers. I mean, where we could have been, really, honestly.
Again, 5-2.
That goes back to the point of taking advantage of those opportunities and winning the games that you're supposed to win. We all thought that they were going to win that one as well, right? But no, it's all right. Who cares? Came back, got the win right now. Let's continue that next week.
Yep. It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. And the Broncos definitely finished tonight. Shout out to JR for sending a super chat.
Yes, sir.
If you want to come with anything else to say, we would love to read it. Triple G, Vance Joseph MVP. I agree, man. Vance Joseph is coaching his butt off right now. He has a lot of guys who you don't really know their name. He has them playing at elite levels. And I think that's first and foremost with confidence in the scheme and the play calls. I think they're doing a great job. Okay, I'm the only one that thinks they're doing a great job. But it's all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm a defensive guy. I'm always going to rock with Vance Joseph and them boys. I think they're doing good. Next super chat coming.
Is he going to get a head coaching job next year?
For sure. He'll get an opportunity.
So
a
who's
couple
next
interviews.
Dang, okay. I like it.
Do every coach get a head coaching job once they do good for a couple years?
Every coordinator?
Every coordinator?
I think there's opportunity there unless you don't want one.
I got you.
I think there's some guys who I don't want that. I want to be I think Vic Fangio came here as a head coach, but I think for a long time he was like, I just want to be a coordinator. And he probably should have just stayed a coordinator. Next super chat coming in from Jordan. I'll bite the bullet since I haven't heard you mention what the chat is repeating to you guys. Super Bowl 32, Rod Smith, 0 targets. That did happen. Unfortunately, this is not the Super Bowl, and we would love to see Courtland have some more targets. But Ross Smith is still Hall of Fame player. I don't know if he's in there yet, but I think he's, worth being in the Hall of Fame and very, very good talent.
Yeah. Okay. It happens. Like I said, it could be a reason. It could be a reason why. You don't want to go to the whole season with this happening. I don't think so. I
don't think it will go the whole season.
It's just a one kind of game kind of thing, maybe a 2-game kind of thing. It's all right. We got the dub. It would be worse if we didn't get the win. If we didn't get the win, it was 0. You're like, yo.
For sure.
What's going on? But, they got the win, so you can't complain too much.
The win is always what's most important.
Exactly.
I think it's the only way you're happy. Like, if we're in Super Bowl, I get 0 targets, but we win, I'm mad, but I'm not, pissed off. Now, if we lost, Trade me, bro. I'm out.
Real though.
I'm out. Next super chat coming in from Bracken. All I'm saying is that we're undefeated when I attend the games. I'll drop my GoFundMe so that 14-3 record is a guarantee. Yeah, drop your GoFundMe in the Toyota chat. I'm not saying that I'm going to, donate any funds to the GoFundMe, but I'm sure there are a lot of Bronco fans out there who want you to continue going to games so that we are.
If that's the
undefeated.
case, then all right.
I might drop my GoFundMe too, cause I'm gonna make sure I bring some good luck too.
Drop it to them. But then if they lose, you got to send it all back.
Yeah. That's only fair.
Times
At least
two.
double it. Yeah. It's like
You
a
feel me?
bet.
Well,
You know what I'm
never
saying?
mind.
You feel that?
Yeah. I would have just said, I didn't go to the game.
Right.
I guess I'm gonna stay home then.
Next super chat coming in from Jose. Hola from Panama. I love Panama, first and foremost. I got to say that. Like, I went down to Panama this last summer, took the whole fam, took the kids. Phenomenal food. I was
He
eating
got
oxtail,
money.
rice and peas. Yeah, just want to, reminisce on Panama a little bit. Can you tell us which player you played with at your position that is underrated by us fans? Also, Jurrell is right about Benito.
About the Vaughn thing?
I don't know, but I think that's what Jose is mentioning. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's definitely talking about
100%
that.
what
To
he's
get off
talking
is
about.
ridiculous. Like,
So you're saying you still don't agree? Like, you've had a little bit of time to process. We talked about a couple other things. We're getting back to Vaughn's get off versus Nick Benito's, and you're still
Like,
what was the original question? What was the first question?
Again.
What was the first question of that? He asked a two-part question.
Oh, the players, a player
Oh,
that
the
is
player that you play with that was underrated.
A player underrated, and then
at our position.
Okay.
The fans?
Underrated. Underrated D tackle. That I played with. I would have to say my dog Daquan Jones. Right now he with the Buffalo Bills and he dominated. I think because a lot of people slept on him a lot when we was together in Tennessee. My dog he didn't even have me for half the season, beat me in pressures and start the season off, beat me in sacks. And I think our defensive coordinators and coaches and them, they used to not really budge with him a lot, and so they have him bit sit or whatever and keep him out there, just run plays here and there. But when that dude got opportunity to rush first, second down, that dude put pressure on the quarterback. I think he led our team on kind of for a good minute with pressures, if I'm not mistaken. So I say Daquan Jones, and dog, shout out, keep doing your thing right now. He just hit year 13, if I'm not mistaken, year 12 or 13. So my dog, shout out, baby.
For myself, play with some good inside linebackers, man. I think Josie Jewell will be high on that list. I think
Josie Jewell.
he's a guy who just makes plays, man. He's not the biggest, the fastest, or the strongest, but when you see him out there, he continues to make plays. Justice Trinad, I play with. I think he's done a great job coming in and filling in for Alex Singleton, and he's done much better than anybody outside the organization could have hoped. So those are two guys I feel like really are good players that really don't get enough recognition, and they just, kind of go under the radar.
Yeah. I can't think of many, honestly. I mean, no, the reason why, y'all crazy. The reason why
It was me and only me, baby. You know what I'm saying?
because guys, they weren't underrated. They were just really good players. I played with a lot of really good players. I mean, we talking about Corral Buckhalter. We talking about Willis McGahee. These are guys that are real good. We talking about Lance Ball. We talking about a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Monte Ball. There's a lot of guys that were just good. They weren't underrated. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a lot of good players I played with while I was here. I mean, I was here for 5 years, so I saw a lot of players.
Yeah.
I mean, even goodness God. Why is it slipping my mind right now?
That guy's underrated.
No, he's not underrated. Peyton Willis.
Oh, yeah. Now, Payton was nice.
Peyton Hillis.
Peyton Hillis was nice.
Peyton Hillis is nice. That's what I'm saying. I played with a lot of good backs.
On the cover of Madden.
Yeah, he's on the
He
cover
was
of
nice.
Madden, man.
Got that Madden curse.
A lot of
for
good backs.
Dang, that sucks. Shout out to the next super chat coming in from Grant Davis. Knowshon Moreno 2.0, a true believer in Nick Bonito. Know what needs to happen for you to chug another Coors Light, tall boy. That was sweet.
I
LFB.
love it. Yeah, I love that one right there. If it's gonna take me, I want a 250 or 300 yard gain passing.
Oh,
So you saying he's not gonna do that again?
Give me a 300 yard. Give me a 300 passing
What's the
game.
bet for? You talking about for the
said the bet.
season, or
We're
are you
gonna
talking
take
about
another
like
bet.
Whenever.
What can we
Every
bet to
game
get you
that he
there?
has that
You'll
300
chug it.
plus, I'll
You
chug
chug
a beer,
it.
bro.
All right.
Every time.
200.
And they don't.
200.
If he doesn't, no.
200.
200.
You
bro.
said
Come on.
300.
We
That's
talking
like
about guys
massive
that
game.
just step up. We talking
300
about
is a
I think
massive
what he wants
game.
to,
we
that's
talking
what he
about
wants to
Spencer
see.
Rattler in his first game had 250. Like,
did.
come on.
Watch,
We talking about NFL, bro. I mean, let's
watch both play for like 10 years and have like 25,
yeah, I've been trying
300 yards. He be
25.
chugging. He be chugging for.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I just want a little bit more. But hey, we're getting wins. He's doing it with his legs. He's getting out of the pressure when he needs to. And that's all it is. And that's all I expect. I don't expect no 300 games. And if he does, I'll chug one.
Got you.
I think that's fair. Next super chat coming in from Lang. A group of horses are called a mob. We can be called the Orange Mob. Did you guys know that?
No, I did not know the horses were called a mob. I thought it was like a stable of horses.
So 100.
The stable, yeah.
I thought it was a stable of horses, but it's called a mob. So you didn't talk
I
me
didn't know
something.
that.
So what was the nickname then? Mob what?
Orange Mob.
Orange Mob.
The Orange Mob.
Mob Orange.
Mob Orange.
We do have a lot of light-skinned
Mobalicious.
guys on the defense too. You know what I mean? White
What is
guys.
that?
I'm just saying.
That's
No, mob.
why.
Ain't never no black
That
guys
was it,
mob.
Mom. Mobalicious.
I didn't know what.
You didn't know how I was going?
Oh no, not at
I'm just
all.
saying,
Look.
Orange Mob.
I like it.
All right, let's do it. Next super chat coming in from Bose. I love the dress socks. Take sneakers off.
Oh, you talking about mine?
Who got the dresses on? Sometimes you gotta just do
Hold on,
the
you know I
dress.
stay with those things.
Uh-oh.
What? What you got going?
There we go.
Dad?
Superman dad.
Oh, there we go.
You do stay with the socks.
Stay with the socks. Stay with the socks. Yeah.
There you go.
I'll bring something new for y'all next week, for sure.
Yep.
I'm done.
Got a little hotter in here, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Next super chat coming in from Mike Trout. This question is for Knowshon. There was a lot of hype about Estime in the offseason. Come regular season, a couple of fumbles along with minimal snaps. Are we out or nah? What gives you hope? What are the red flags?
Yeah, the red flags is just him putting it on the ground. And you know he's working on it. And it's just not something that you want to do as an offensive player, man. Give it back to the opposite team, man. And who knows what the field position is at the time and the time of the game. We saw it too much last year or the year before when it was Melvin fumbling too much and things of that nature. So, yeah, man, it's just that trust level kind of goes down. And coaches have to trust you, man, to put you in the game. But not only the coaches, but the players, man. The players, man, you playing for your brother next to you. So, they got to trust when you get in there that you're going to hold on to that rock and hold it down like your life depends on it, like your family depends on it. Because at the end of the day, that is your lifeline right there, holding on to the rock. Because you can, easily be cut or not played, not giving time out there on the field because you're giving the ball back to them. I mean, it's obvious things. It's obvious things. And he can work on it. He can get better at it. But it's just going to make his job a little bit tougher getting in the game. And the defense is going to be ripping at it even more now because they know they can get it from him.
Yeah. So he's got a little bit of an uphill battle.
He does.
Yeah. So
Do you think they might let him play next week? Or we might have to wait till the next week to see him again?
But at this point, I mean, we didn't see a lot of Jalil this
Yeah.
game, right? So now it's like, okay, well, we got to put Jalil back in. And there's nothing wrong with that. Jalil's still a good player as well. But it's just tough for like a Sean Payton that he wants to see the guy that he drafted.
and he drafted him, yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interesting pieces to be moved around in that running back room. Javonte is definitely number one, and we'll see who trickles in after that. Yeah, man, this has been a great Winners Lounge, Toyota's Winners Lounge, brought to you by Bet365. I had a great time talking through the game and everything that went on. Shout out to my boy TJ for coming on. And Zach, if you guys want to catch us live tomorrow in the morning at 10 a.m., we'll be back here in the Toyota Lounge breaking down the game. Come check us out, guys. Much love.
yes, sir.
We all silly like the mayor.